Yeah.
That links back to his point when he says some man them hate their girlfriends. Like, bro, it's a thing where it's a thing where let's say this, yeah. Let's say if your boy has a girl and he doesn't rate his girl, he'll more likely cheat.
You can tell when someone doesn't rate his girl, you know. If let's say your boy tries to do something mad with a girl and he has a girl, and you say to him, bro, like, what about your girl? The look he will give you will tell you everything.
There'll be like some guys I'll give some extreme side eyes, but even then, that.
Yeah. Fuck! Hello? Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm with my friends, so talk to you later. Bye. Jesus Christ. Who was that? That was my baby girl. Love of my life. Oh, because it sounds like you fucking hate her. Well, you don't understand how relationships work. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's not just perfect all the time. Actually, I do. I've been married for 4 years. I've never talked to her like that. Oh, well, okay. Maybe I hate her a little bit. Then why are you with her? Because of the sex. Don't say because of the sex. Because she has a car? Am I a piece of shit? Yes.
If you were a dude that constantly disrespects you, shows disinterest in you, but every time you try to leave, he begs you to stay, he hates himself. And he just doesn't want to be alone. It has nothing to do with you. He just hates himself and doesn't want to be alone. The crazy thing about it is, the reason a lot of y'all women stay, because y'all kind of hate yourselves too. And, ooh, I can fix him. That be y'all.
Fam, how you all doing? How is your week going? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much to Solomon 3083 for the $49 super thanks. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for your support. This video is on when a man don't like his woman, what he does, how he shows it, his behavior towards her and all that. The honeymoon stage, how some men move from being so sweet and nice and then they start withdrawing and changing their behavior and attitude. And also in this video, some men spoke about the girlfriend hate stage. I didn't know men have a hate stage. According to them, they have a hate stage where they start hating their woman, someone they claim to like before or love before, then they start hating that woman. And also we will discuss the very popular Twitter trend that went viral sometime last year. That trend was about men talking about them hating their women and they are still in the relationship.
This is 3 signs that your man is ashamed of you. Number 1, he never invites you out of his friends. He doesn't want to show you off in public. In fact, you've probably not even met his mates. The truth is, if he's that kind of guy, then when he does meet new people, he probably pretends he doesn't even have a partner. 2, he never posts you on his social media. Now, his excuse will be that he likes to keep his relationship private, but if he's posting social content of any type at all, nights out, him on his own looking sexy, him with his friends, then he should also be posting you. And 3, you will never hear him talking about you. So maybe you're eavesdropping or you overhear a conversation he's having with someone from work, a colleague, friend or family. Now, it's very normal for someone who's really into their partner to refer to them all the time, talk about their plans, talk about the plans you have together, what they've been up to, or their view on a subject. If your partner is ashamed of you, he will not refer to you and you will not ever hear him doing so. Now, for whatever reason he's ashamed of you, that doesn't matter. Get rid of him. Find someone who truly values you. Peace.
Download my free PDF.
I feel like everybody go through that certain point where they start hating their significant other and like in a relationship at some point, and maybe it might not be actually hate or anything like that because that's like a strong word, but they probably start disliking them a lot more than they did in the beginning. And like I can't speak on women, you know what I'm saying, so I can speak only for men, right? But like I definitely feel like after about that like 4 to 5 month span that y'all been together and like they the honeymoon phase wore off when y'all first got together, you start to kind of start disliking them just a little bit, right? And I think it'd be because like shit just started changing. You start noticing like slowly like, damn, you used to be cool with that shit, bro. Now you acting differently, you know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning, they weren't tripping about certain shit. They weren't saying certain shit or whatever, but that's because y'all was in the honeymoon stage, right? So y'all all lovey-dovey and shit or whatever, right? And like now, you know what I'm saying? And the little thing you do, you know what I'm saying? It used to be funny. Now that shit, oh, you doing too much. You being annoying. You be like, all right now, bro. God damn. You starting to change up and shit. Like, you starting to make me dislike your ass. You starting to make me hate you. Like you go through that stage for like, you know what I'm saying, probably like a little month or two, man. You really be like, damn, like this motherfucker really starting to get on my nerves, bruh. And then you start catching yourself noticing like shit that you didn't notice before, you know what I'm saying? Because they always say like, oh, well, men, they don't keep that same effort that they had in the beginning or anything like that. Women be doing that shit too. We not gonna act like they don't, and it never gets spoke on for some reason, bro. But like, women definitely don't have the same effort that they had in the beginning relationship as they get into deeper into the relationship and shit. And like, I be noticing shit like that, and I be like, damn, why won't never talk about that? But like, women do that shit too, and I think that probably add on to like that portion whenever you be like, you know, I'm starting to dislike this motherfucker just a little bit. They started getting on my fucking nerves. But like, you gotta realize like that's just a stage, and like all relationships aren't perfect anyway, right? So it's like you gonna go through that point or them periods, and there's gonna be more periods after that, like where you gonna be like, all right, bro, like come on now, you starting to piss me off, like get the fuck on with that shit. But like, you gotta realize that's just a phase, and like you kind of gotta like get through it, and then you get back to that point where you're like, damn, nah, this motherfucker really cool. I really like this motherfucker. I really love this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, dudes definitely go through that point where like they start disliking / like hating their girlfriend. And then some dudes just never make it out of it. They just break up with them altogether.
Never trust a man's feelings in the first 3 to 6 months of dating. At the beginning, alright, the notorious honeymoon phase, the excitement and attraction of a new woman can trigger an increase in testosterone levels in a man, and this can lead into intense feelings of desire and passion, which may cloud his judgment, because this boost of testosterone actually blocks another hormone called oxytocin, which is the responsible in promoting attachment between partners. So what happens many times is that once his infatuation fades away and his testosterone decreases, many guys pull away and search for that rush of emotions again in someone new, instead of slowly developing a deeper emotional connection with you.
The honeymoon stage in relationship. This is a stage where both parties want to give their best. They bring their best foot forward because they want to impress the person they just met, the person they just got into relationship with. And for me, I feel like it's pretense. Not all relationships starts that way. Some relationships starts gradually from friendship, and then they graduate to a very stable relationship. They grow strong bond over time. So this is what I think about the honeymoon stage. It's all pretense. Why pretend to be who you're not? In this honeymoon stage, you have people, especially men, love bombing the women, doing what they know they cannot sustain. Calling, texting, showing up all the time. Give them a couple of weeks, they'll go back to their old self. The person that usually calls you like 5 times a day or 3 times a day will start struggling to even leave you a message just once a day. What's the pretense all about? And then when you start withdrawing and the lady starts feeling some certain type of way, you blame it on her. Why? She fell in love with what you gave to her, not your real person, because you didn't tell her who your real person is. And some of those honeymoon stage behaviors are obviously not sustainable. You can't keep doing all them stuff because you're human. You have other things to do. You can't make another human the air you breathe. So it's very important for you to be your true self at the beginning of any relationship. There's no point pretending, because it's the pretense at the beginning that will eventually end the relationship. Let the person know you for who you are. If they like you, they will stay. If they don't like you, they will move to the next person. There's no point lying. I'm not a honeymoon stage person. I'm always asking this question, after this stage, what's next? Because I want to see what will happen next after this stage, not the honeymoon stage. I'm not interested. The real person shows up after the honeymoon stage, and that's what I'm interested in.
So y'all saw the Twitter thread, right? You saw it. The one where men were talking about how much they hate their girlfriends. Do you see now why we say, when that man switches up his behavior and it seems like, ooh, it feel like you don't like me no more. He stopped doing things he used to do and he started doing something new. And when you ask him about it, he says, why are you tripping? Can I have a day? Blah, 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 blah. Excuses, baby. All that talking, ignore it. Look at what that man is doing. You can feel the energy. You can feel when something has changed. Listen to your woman's intuition, baby, because she's not going to steer you wrong. You can feel when things are not right, and you are going to have to be the one to feel it, because they're showing us again that they're not going to do it. Think of how common it is in it's not as common anymore, but in older sitcoms where the men would be married and they call their wives the old ball and chain, and all they do is talk about how much they can't stand her, and there's the wedding ring, the engagement ring, and then the suffering. Those jokes that last generations are in existence because they are rooted in truth. Men will stay in relationships where they are not happy just for the sake of not being on their own And so that they don't ever have to be the one to speak up and talk about how they feel and take responsibility for their feelings. So they will drag you and drag you and drag you along with them until you decide that you can't take anymore and you leave. That's what he's waiting on, okay? It's no point in us saying, why don't you just tell me how you feel? Why is it up to us? It doesn't matter. The point is, he's not going to tell you how he feels, and it is up to you, okay? Get over the shock of all of that and how unfair it is, and just switch your brain. Don't look at my nail. Switch your brain so that you know when something feels off, it's off. You don't have to ask him for validation. Hey, I know, are you sure? Because I know you said that you really love me, but you just keep acting like you hate me. It's because he hates you, okay? Okay.
That phase where you start hating your girlfriend? I'm talking about a viral Twitter thread where a guy said just that. And he said he would pick fights so he would find an excuse to break up with a girl. And I thought to myself, this sounds a lot like a narcissistic guy's devaluing phase of a woman, where the woman is no longer working as the source of supply that she once was, and it's not making the narcissistic guy feel as good about himself as she did in the beginning. So he begins to devalue her and pick out her flaws, bring up her insecurities, and put her down to make himself feel better about himself. The other thing that might be happening here is the guy is slowly turning the woman into his mother, but as she jumps through his hoops, the guy will still resent her anyway, and the woman, she'll be damned if she does, and she'll be damned if she doesn't. But this is the narcissist devalue phase.
Okay, let's talk about the viral Twitter post that they all made reference to. Sometime last year, a guy made a post and said, that phase where you slowly start hating your girlfriend is crazy. And you needed to see guys leaving comments. The comments were something else. I was shocked. You will be amazed at the comments that some guys left. Let's get into it.
That phase when you start slowly hating your girlfriend is crazy. This has 97 million views, 28,000 reposts, 62,000 quotes. So let's talk about it. This is going to be part 7 to my most viral series where I give you examples straight from my comment section of reasons why relationships fail. But this one comes with a twist. Parts 1 through 6 of my series has about 18 million views and counting. And in that series, I share exclusively women's perspectives and women's comments, which has made many men big mad. Example above. So when I saw this viral Twitter feed, I thought, wow, this is perfect. I can now include men's perspectives. Let's see how it goes. When she keeps reminding you about her birthday and it hits you that you have to buy her a gift. When you have to tell her to dress more modestly, but deep down you're tired of seeing her body because she's not as hot as your new girl. When you cheat on her and she forgives you for the 6th time. Yeah, she sounds like the problem. When she holds your hand in public and you feel like cutting it off. Charming. It's like the more you hate her, the more she loves you back. Let's compare these to some of the women's comments. First night home with our baby born via C-section, our newborn was crying the whole first night. My now ex literally said, if you can't take care of it, then maybe you shouldn't have had a kid. Like we didn't plan for this and have one together. Ex told me to just be quiet and watch TV so he could sleep while I was in labor with our daughter. After my second child was born, my ex-husband dropped the car at the hospital so that I could go to the store on my way home from having a baby. When my son was born, it was 36 hours of labor and an emergency C-section at 11 p.m. He left to celebrate and left me alone as a new mom. Men could come up with equally degrading stories about women. Women versus men feminism doesn't get us anywhere. You're right. Let's go back to the men's thread. When she says talk to me and you know she's not worth the effort, so you just tell her it's fine. To be honest, this is real. You'll be feeling like your girl is irritating. That's the reason why most of us men cheat in marriages or relationships. Women are boring. Lads are expressing themselves emotionally and the ladies are shooketh. I think we have different ways of expressing ourselves. A man doesn't love a woman more than he loved her the very first time he saw her. With men, love doesn't grow. They only start admiring other things like your cooking skills and perhaps social skills. Just say you're looking for a free cook. My ex-husband used to say, if I have to clean, then what's the point of having you here? When you're trying to hold back the happiness when she's crying because you hurt her. Her tears give you joy because she went through your phone and found out you cheated on her. When you bring issues out of everything just to make her tired of you. So instead of just breaking up with her, you gaslight her into thinking she's the problem. Men literally act like this and then blame women for not dating them. These comments are terrible, but also, you picked him. Abusive men will be kind at first. Once they get comfortable with you, then they will treat you however they want. Why is the focus on women choosing bad partners and not the deadbeat men being bad partners? TikTok is the reason I left. I learned what emotional abuse was and have been slowly ripping the band-aid off since 2020. Men, stop getting mad at us and direct that energy to your male friends and family who do this. Thank you. Grown men need to listen to the people around them and do better. A systemic change is needed to keep young men and boys from perpetuating this.
A couple of days ago, this thread went super viral of this man saying that phase when you slowly start hating your girlfriend is crazy. And when you start messing up on purpose so she can break up with you and she keeps forgiving you. And a lot of men just basically explaining how they become emotionally abusive and harmful in relationships in order to try and get their girlfriends to break up with them when they are done with the relationship. A number of y'all will be mad at me, but it must be said. We need to call a thing a thing. This is what's happening. Baby, you're experiencing what I like to call a discard. These men are playing with your emotions because they are discarding you. And I will go as far as saying I know that there is danger in classifying people as narcissists. And I promise to you, I'm not saying that all of these men are narcissists, okay? They don't have narcissistic personality disorder. But I am saying when it aligns, it aligns. And when it applies, it applies. Men are conditioned. Okay, let me make this one bigger because y'all need to see this one. Men are conditioned in society, in a patriarchal society, to be narcissistic. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all, and it fits with the cycle of narcissistic abuse. And I'm not, again, I understand the implications. I'm not saying these people have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, but I am saying when it applies, it applies. From idolizing you in your partnership, making you feel extremely special, then devaluing you, seeing you, treating you like you're less than, and then disposing of you or getting you to dispose of them. I had a client the other day refer to it as a reverse discard, where they try to make you view them as the problem by fucking up so much that you have to get rid of them, but they always hoover and try to loop you back in. I'm sure so many people can relate to this narrative. That's it. Language is powerful. Use it properly. Don't go around here diagnosing people because you ain't no psychiatrist. Hell, neither am I. So all I'm saying is know the language, know the signs, get off the cycle when you see the cycle happening. That's all I'm saying. Good luck. Don't fall for the okie doke. That's it.
Since we live in a time of errors, are we going to tell girls about this era? Or this era right here? This is a real thing. Now, this one is a little bit crazy, but it happens. And this is the clear sign that you've been just doing way too much for way too long, and he's in the relationship just to be in it at this point. Ladies, since you under era talk, let me tell you this. There is an era that a lot of men go through, if not all, where they can't stand you anymore. You either just been doing too much, you've been trying him lately, but there's something you have been consistently doing and he's tried to communicate it, and you just finally made this man so mad that he is struggling to be in this relationship. You call him, he rolls his eyes. You say, I love you, he doesn't even want to say it back, but he knows if he doesn't just get a love you out, it's going to start an argument. And to be honest, love you probably going to start an argument. I say all that to say, y'all aren't the only ones that be struggling in these relationships. Y'all might communicate your problems a lot more, but let me tell you, us guys be going through it too, and guess what we tried to do? We tried to stick it out, and we fight through this era, and you most of the time would never even know.
I find it extremely telling when girls have a fun trend and boys have a fun trend. So on Twitter, I think yesterday, there was a thread about how much men hate their girlfriends. And instead of it being fun and cute, it was very cringy. So this one says, when she thinks you're broke and hits you with, we don't have to do expensive dates to meet up, we can just chill, that time you just want her to leave you alone. Now, keep in mind how bad they gaslight women when women say that they want to do nice things or take them out or this, that, and the third. Keep that in mind, because I'm telling y'all, them pick-me's got y'all fucked up. Don't lower y'all standards for this bullshit. Next, when you open a text thinking it's from the woman you actually want, but it's from her. Sir, you don't have to be with this lady. Leave her. Please, for the love of everything that's holy and pure, leave her. Sometimes having a girlfriend is like having an op you're forced to see. Again, you're not forced to. And this just reaffirms the notion that men really see you as their op sometimes. Seriously, you're in competition with your girlfriend. Baby, leave her when the problem asks you what the problem is. It's you, sir. Now, these go on and on and on and on, but I want to point out how National Boyfriend Day was actually very fucking quiet. And you know why it was quiet? Because men will embarrass you. Because imagine you posting my man, and find out that he's responsible for some of those tweets. And they want to gaslight women in the comment section and say it's just jokey jokes. All right then, sir. All right.
That phase where you slowly start hating your girlfriend is crazy.
When she holds your hand in public and you feel like cutting it off.
Yeah. When the problem asks you what the problem is.
Oh, no. This one? No. When her smile takes away yours.
Nah! Oh God! When she says, "I'll call you when I get home," then you switch off your phone and remove the battery.
No, removing the battery breaks it. He doesn't want to communicate with anyone.
There's no chance you're getting through to me. Remove the battery.
I remember this one time on a weekend, she said she was coming. Yo, I cried.
Yeah.
Ladies, that is a lot. For those of you that still have doubts in you, and you've argued with people saying that men can't hate women that much, this is just a tip of the iceberg. Some men hate the sight of women. They don't even want to breathe the same air as the woman next to them breathe. But those same men are in relationships with those women because of what they want to benefit from it, because of selfish reasons. A man might be in a relationship with you, not because he likes you, not because he loves you, but because of what he's gaining from you in that relationship. Because he doesn't want to be lonely. Because he wants you to keep cleaning and cooking for him. Because he wants you to keep sexing him. Because he wants you to support him financially. The list goes on and on. So you have to be very smart. You have to have the spirit of discernment. You have to follow your intuition. My intuition tells me when something is off. Learn to tap into energies. Me, if I get into a space and the energy is off, I can tell. If someone doesn't like me, I can tell. I know. You don't need to say it out. I can tell. So you need to find ways on how to figure things like this out. You need to be very observant. You need to understand who you are. Study your environment. And also study the person you're in a relationship with. Once you notice behavioral changes, that's already a sign. You start asking questions, why this? And if the person is not reacting the way he's ought to react, that is another sign. So you don't have to stay in a place you're not wanted, you're not needed. Don't allow anyone use you.
By now, I hope we've all seen that Twitter thread of all the men talking about how much they hate their girlfriends. You know, the women they choose to be with. People like to weaponize women's emotions and the fact that women get attached quickly. You loved him too hard. You ignored red flags. You shouldn't have attached yourself. You should have known you were being manipulated, even though if she knew she was being manipulated, it wouldn't be called manipulation. And what chaps the black off my ass is when people say things like, well, if a man tells you to your face that he doesn't like you and you choose to stay, then it's your fault. And absolutely, you should be accountable for your choices if you choose to stay in the presence of somebody that has told you to your face that they do not like you. That is something that you chose to endure. However, the problem that I'm seeing is it's very rare for a man to look at you in your face and say, I hate you. I do not like you. I do not want to have sex with you anymore. You make me sick to my stomach. And then just go about their day continuing on the relationship. That usually doesn't happen. Let's unpack some things. This weird guy said when you have to spit on her back to make it seem like you finished because she doesn't turn you on anymore. Whoa, men are so cool. You know, they say the flyer the guy, the more options that he has. And I'm just confused as to if you have all these options, why choose the one woman that doesn't turn you on to fulfill you sexually? It's starting to make me think that you guys don't have the options you think you have. This winner chicken dinner says that when his girlfriend asks when can she see him, it sounds more like I'd like to kill you with boredom and regret. Goodness, you shouldn't be with anybody that bores you to death. Imagine you just want to see your boyfriend because you love him and he is so bored by you that he wishes he was unalived. Remember, men are the logical leaders of the world, but wouldn't logic say to go date somebody that you find exciting? This high value man says that when his girlfriend says she's coming over for the weekend, he starts to cry. Yes, let's not tell her that you hate her, that you don't like her, you have disdain for her, you do not want to see her. Let's cry in the bathroom and then dry ourselves off and pretend like we actually like the woman. Why? Why? Now remember, ladies, all these high value men will tell you directly to your face that they don't want you, and you should know. Even if they lie to you, you should know their true intentions. You should just know. You should know that man hates you even if he goes through the greatest of lengths to hide the fact that he hates you from you. You should know. These type of men get the women that they hate pregnant and then say like, she won't leave me alone, she's crazy, she won't let me dodge my responsibilities. Men should never be confused as to why women ask them every single day if they still like them. Do you still like me? Does the thought of me repulse you? Are you telling people that you're spitting on my back after you agreed to have sex? Are you on Twitter embarrassing yourself and this relationship? Let me know before you move in, Tyrone. Let me know.
Real quick, so someone sent me this trend that's going on, started by this tweet, and I'm shook but not really. Ladies, are you just out here dating demons? I know that the dating pool has pee in it, but what? Brothers, are you not ashamed? Are you not embarrassed? Is this the standard? And I know some of you are gonna say, we're just joking, it's just jokes. But the crazy thing is, a lot of women have actually been through some of these things that you wrote about. So are you actually joking, or are you sharing notes? And also, do you even like women? Let's start there. Do you like women? Because if you're not happy, you can leave. You can actually leave. I made a video on how you can break up with someone. Not this. This is just childish.
This world is wicked and demons live amongst men. You just have to be careful. Be careful of the person you have in your life. You just have to be careful. You have to be smart. Don't be taken unawares. Be very careful. Thank you so much for watching. If you would love to watch women share your experience on dating men that don't like them, watch this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.